Hi, folks. Guess who's back? Spidey. Spidey presents. Yes, it's time for another movie review. Oh, it's been about 4 or 5 days since I did my last one. And basically, I'm going to do a favor for Penny the Lonely Clown. I'm going to review one of his favorite movies of all the time. I won't tell you right now, but it's coming. Anyway, I got a new costume, and I'm kind of making some alterations here. It's a little darker, a little more sleeky. I kind of whitened up the eye portals, if you want to call them eye portals. I don't know what you want to call these things. My fly eyes or spider eyes. Doesn't really make any difference. It's not a bad costume. I still got to do some more work on the eye portals. It's kind of a stupid thing to say, but that's what they really are. Anyway, so we're going to talk about one of Penny the Lonely Clown's favorite movies of all time. Let me get centered here. This doesn't seem right to me. Okay. Well, it doesn't really make any difference. Anyway, we're going to be talking about a movie from 1991. Penny loves this movie. It's called Shakes the Clown. I'm not sure if I ever reviewed this movie when I used to do my movie reviews way back in the day, but we're going to... God damn, man. I kind of like this costume. I got to fix these up a little bit better, though. But, for the most part, it works. The other one was shredding. It was falling apart. Just like this one is. I got another costume coming in the mail pretty soon, too. So, basically, and maybe another one after that. Enough about my bragging. Let's talk about the movie. So, this movie came out in 19... This is a personal favorite of Penny the Lonely Clown. I like this guy so much. He's been... Whatever. We'll go into that another time. So, we're going to talk about Shakes the Clown from 1991. Now, this is one of the coolest clown movies ever. Let me get the reflection off there. Can you see that better? Oh, there. That's a little bit better. It's a used copy, so if you see that sticker on the front, disregard that. I think he bought it used many, many years ago. It has, a Bobcat Goldthwait. He shakes the clown. It has his girlfriend, Julie Brown, as his bowling school. She's like a professional bowler, or wants to be a professional bowler. Julie Brown. Yeah, Kathy Griffin's in this movie. Adam Sandler's in this movie. Oh, got Tom Kenny. My God, it's got a great cast. All these people, there's a ton of people. You got rodeo clowns. You got children's party clowns. You've got oh my God, all kinds of weird clowns, man. It's just like the whole town is clowns. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. When I first watched this movie, I watched it a handful of times in the last couple of years, and I actually enjoy this movie a lot. I rate this movie pretty damn high. I mean, it came out in 1991. I don't understand why Bobcat did not make a sequel to this movie. It could have easily, he could have done a sequel. I don't understand this. I mean, look how goofy this guy looks. Look at the back cover, man. Anyway, he's like an alcoholic, and he's a children's party clown. Clown. Well, I don't know. Those kind of organizations that go out to parties and events and stuff, dressed as clowns, and stuff like that. What's really funny about this movie is everybody in this movie is actually a well-known comedian. I mean, they all been on the comedy circuit for years and decades. I mean, if you look at the credits on this movie, you'll recognize everybody. LaWanda Page is in this movie too, from Sanford and Son. She is so cool, man. She only has a few lines, but she's fucking fantastic, man. Oh my God, you got lots of people in this movie, man. Everybody does their lines perfectly, and they play their part absolutely perfectly, man. It's silly, stupid, obscene. It's just stupid, man. But it's funny. It works like hell, man. It's set in a fictional town. It's set fictional town. It's set in a town called Palookaville, and their favorite hangout after they do their children's parties and all the events they're sent out to by this clown agency. They hang out at a bar called the Twisted Balloon. They're all dressed up in their goddamn clown costumes. They're drinking beer and shots and everything, and bitching about how rotten the kids were that day at the party and stuff like that. And man, it's hilarious. They all have these. It's just like anybody who goes to a bar after work. They're always bitching about what's going on in the world. What's going on in their lives, how rotten their day was. There's gulls and beer and shots. And smoking cigars, and they got all their costume and makeup on and everything. Oh my God, it's hilarious. I, There's actually mimes in this movie. Actually, Robin Williams has a a couple of parts in this. Robin Williams is in this movie too, folks. He plays a mime instructor, a sadistic mime instructor. He's actually brilliant as a mime instructor. I mean, I'm not joking. Robin Williams. You got to see this movie, folks. Even if you don't like clowns, you'll laugh your ass off and just go, "What the hell did I just see? These guys are idiots. They're idiots, but they're all lovable. They're all funny." And then you got a couple of sinister clowns that hang out. The Twisted Balloon. There's the Tom Kenny who plays. I can't remember what the fuck. A Boingo the Clown or something. And he has these two sidekicks that always hang out with him at the bar. Oh, they're always laughing at his jokes and making a fool out of. There's one scene where he gets pissed off at them. They're sitting at a table. He tells them to stand up, and they know it. He ends up punching both of them in the fucking balls. They know it's coming, but he controls them. They're like his little henchmen. Like Laurel and Hardy or something. And he ends up being a murderer towards the end of the movie. He kills basically the the clown agency owner because he's on cocaine or something. The Tom Kenny, what the hell is his name? Boinko or Doinko or it doesn't really matter. It's a good movie, man. Their lines are just hilarious, man. You got rodeo clowns or just these two rodeo clowns come to the Twisted Balloon bar. I won't give every little detail and plot away about the movie. They end up getting involved with the Three Stooges, the bad clowns. They're not really so bad. They're just fucking morons. How about morons? And then you got the bartender who actually runs the Twisted Balloon, and everybody in the sitting at the tables are always shooting their mouths off, profanity, and he keeps looking at them like, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. What the fuck? What are you guys hanging out at my fucking bar for, man? It's turned into a fucking circus here. Literally a circus. Most everybody's dressed as clowns in this movie, man, that hang out at the bar. And you get to see glimpses of other clowns. They really don't have lines, but you see them walking through the bar with a pitcher of beer and shit like that. And they're talking at the, up front by, oh my God, it's funny. I would love to go there. I don't think it really exists, but it would be fun to do that. Because, what time? Oh, we got 7:34. Anyway, let me see. Julie Brown is his girlfriend, Shake's girlfriend. She's like a professional, wants to be a professional bowler. And he's always ignoring her, and she just loves him to death. And, and he's drunk all the time. He doesn't even know what he's doing, and she's trying to become a professional bowler. I'm not kidding you. She works as a waitress at the Twisted Balloon bar, man. And then you got Kathy Griffin, who's a smart-ass waitress. She's a comedian. You know who Kathy Griffin is. She's been around a long time. Big motherfucker. Anyway, there's the picture of Shakes. It's kind of like just a drawing, but no, maybe it's a real photo. I don't really know. Let's look at the back of it for a few minutes. Anyway, I don't know. It's hard to read the title and the description with this fucking eye things. So I'm just kind of putting it up for you so you can kind of see what the Blu-ray looks like, the DVD. So there it is. It's got a great cast, man. Oh my God. Anyway, there's one of the main clowns at the Twisted Balloon, like I said. He, in a cocaine rage fit, he kills the owner. He kills his boss, basically. He clubs him to death with a bowling pin or something, like a clown bowling pin or one of those juggling things, and oh my God. And he tries to pin it on Shakes the Clown. And the police are looking for Shakes the Clown, and Shakes is on the run on the lam, trying to keep a low profile because he really didn't kill his boss. It was these three idiots, really, basically. That's what it was. Oh my God, the movie's hilarious. Oh my God. I just love this movie, man. I've watched this movie probably about 4 or 5 times in the last, maybe 6 months or so. Robin, and anyway, there's another scene where Adam Sandler is really good too. He plays, I think, Boink the Clown. Can't remember if their fucking names are. I just know Shakes is the main one, but Adam Sandler and the other, his other two buddies that hang around with him at the Twisted Balloon bar all the time. you know, drinking and telling Shakes he's an alcoholic. You got to get help, you know, and your life is being destroyed, and you know, it's like why the fuck are you talking about? You're an alcoholic yourself. Why the fuck are you talking about Shakes, man? You're fucking alcoholics. The whole bar are fucking alcoholics, man. It's fucking weird, man. It's kind of funny though. Oh my god, this movie is. I watched it, like I said, a number of times in the last few months. I watched it about a week ago, and I just laughed my ass off. It's just really well done. I don't understand why I did not do a sequel to this movie. It would have easily uh, been great for a sequel. I don't understand this at all. I don't. It came out like 30 years ago, 1991. So you figure, 2001, 2011. Yeah, about 30, 31 years ago, something like that. And God, he could have easily just done a sequel to this movie, Bobcat. And the whole cast is just hilarious, man. Even the ones that don't have lines, the clowns that don't have lines in this movie are hilarious. The ones that have lines are fucking are just hilarious too. They're all just so screwed up, man. Kind of like Spidey. But at least I know what I'm doing right now. Ah, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to review this movie a little bit for Shakes the Clown. I mean, Penny the Lonely Clown. Because he gets a kick out of this movie, and basically, it is a really good movie. I'm going to rate it pretty damn high, you know. How much time we got left? 11, oh, 11:15. That ain't too bad. Time's going by really fast when you're having fun. Kathy Griffin is really good in this movie. She's a smart-ass waitress at the Twisted Balloon. And Julie Brown is Shake's, like I said, Shake's sweetheart, and basically she's a little more mild mannered, and she's upset that Shakes doesn't pay much attention to her, even though they've been dating probably for whatever 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. It doesn't really matter, does it? And and then there's these two goddamn detectives in the movie who are always nagging each other in their fucking unmarked squad car, unmarked detective car on the side streets and everything. These two guys are hilarious, man. They're always just antagonizing each other with smart remarks inside the car, you know, waiting for something to happen in the city where they can go pursue somebody down the street or something, you know, and they get involved with the murder case with Shakes and the bad clowns at the Twisted Bar and stuff like that. But these guys are hilarious, man. I can't figure their names, but you'll probably recognize them. Everybody in this movie is very recognizable. I think what he did was he got all of his comedic friends together, actors, people he knew that would be interested in a clown movie like this. He got them all together, and it just works. Everybody played their part perfectly, and if you look at all the people in the movie, you kind of recognize some of the faces, and you go, "Hey, that guy! I remember him from that so and so movie back in 2010 or something like that." I think they all went on to pretty good careers after this movie. I'm not sure about Bobcat though. I think he's still putting out movies and doing some stuff, and I think everybody's pretty much still acting and stuff like that, and doing the comedy clubs and stuff like that, and other types of movies and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Robin Williams. Let's go back to Robin Williams. He plays a sadistic mime instructor. He's just always harassing his students inside his studio, man. Robin Williams does a great job here, man. He only has a few little scenes in the movie, but he's perfect, absolutely perfect. You know, and Bobcat has to go to his studio and become imbibed. To try to stay away from, try to stay low, because he's being hunted for murder, which he didn't commit. And so basically, they run into, and I'll say another mime thing. They run into these three mimes in the park: Adam Sandler, Bobcat, Shakes, and the other guy driving. And they get out of the car and they start harassing these poor three guys in the park who are practicing their mime moves, like walls and stuff like that. And, and, ooh, the ceiling's falling. Hold it up. That kind of stuff. And, yeah, and they drive away and start harassing them, swearing, saying shit to them when they're driving their car away. And the mime's going, "You son of a bitches. You're always picking on us mimes." There's a lot of scenes in this movie which are hilarious. I cannot tell you every single one of them, but if you watch the movie, you will understand completely. The movie is just fun from start to finish. And of course, Shakes gets acquitted of the murders at the end because the bad clown finally gets nailed at the end because he's a homicidal maniac. I think he's that bad. The bad clown's played by some guy named Tom Kenny. I think he was on one of those cartoons on Nickelodeon or something. He's like a comedian, voice actor, stuff like that. Oh my God, it's just hilarious. The two rodeo clowns are hilarious, man. They're just folks. You got to see this movie. I can't really describe it in a review. You've got to just basically go watch it and just go, Spidey's right. This movie is fun as hell, man. It's just goofy from start to finish. It's silly, has great acting, silly lines, goofy characters. Nice. I don't know what part of the country this was filmed in, but kind of looks like an industrial city because they're driving sometimes, along like a city back road or with big old industrial buildings and stuff like that. I don't even know. I don't think Palookaville really exists. But, it kind of looks like a grungy, beat up, middle class city, which is fine. I wouldn't mind going there. I hope it exists. I kind of want to just go there. I don't know why. Just drive around with a bunch of clowns in a convertible and just drinking and, checking things out, man. Anyway, the movie is fantastic. I try not to describe every single line because it kind of gives the movie away. But anybody who's actually seen this movie will understand what I'm talking about. I mean, I could go from scene to scene to scene to scene to scene to scene, but you don't want to do that. That just gives the whole movie away. I just want to kind of tell you some of the goofy aspects of the movie, some of the goofy characters, some of the actors that play some of these goofy clowns in the bar and stuff like that, and the plot. And it's got great music, by the way, too. It's really very silly. It's very well put together. Bobcat did a great job with his friends of putting this goddamn movie together. I just think that he should have really done a sequel here because I think this would have warranted a sequel. 15 years up the road and see what's going on, see if they're still all doing the clown stuff, and stuff like that. All these actors. I mean, if it was a real movie, if they were really doing this, see where their lives kind of went to 15 years later, if they got married, they were still going to clown bars and, going to functions and parties to entertain children and, stuff like that and clubs and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I ain't got much time left on this video. I just wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about Shakes the Clown. I'm going to rate this movie now, and I'll blab about it for a few more minutes. I'm going to give Shakes the Clown, believe it or not, I'm going to give it a 10. Because there's a lot of crappy clown movies out there. And this one doesn't have any horror monsters or things like that. It's just plain silly. I'm going to give it a 10 Spiderwebs. Because I just like this movie. It just works. It just works. It's like I've said that many times about other movies too. It just works, folks. It just works. It's silly. Yeah, I'll give it 10. 10. Come on, Bobcat, do a sequel. It's been 30 years. He might not be able to do a sequel. He's getting kind of old, but, you never know. He might just do it sometime. Like a 60-year-old clown. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I just wanted to kind of run this movie by you. And hopefully my costume will be better next time. I got to work the kinks out here because, frankly, I'm kind of a little disappointed. It's not turning out quite as good as I wanted to. So I am going to get going. And I'm not sure when I will be back. But we will have another movie review for you pretty soon. I hope I did. I don't know if I did a good job in this one. I may have to scrap this one. See you later.